We have all had the long trips in the car with our kids in the back asking, are we there yet? Literally 20 minutes into a 10-hour drive. And you're just like, we're not even close. So let's take it a step further. What are your funniest travel stories? So I'm going to start with mine because they usually, we've driven back and forth to Florida 3 times in 2021. It is a not quick drive with 5 kids and a dog. We've had a dog with us all 3 times, okay? So our funny stories usually involve urine, okay? So instead, if we were to stop every time our kids had to pee, we would be like, we might as well just not even go because it would take us 3 days. So we let our kids go in the car, like while the car's moving. Maybe it's illegal. Lauren, don't tell Paul. But you know what? We do it because we have 5 kids and we literally wouldn't leave the side of the road or the rest area. So we have had a couple times where it spills. Like our boys have like a little urinal thing that they hold on to. That is spilled onto our dog, spilled onto other kids. So that's what happens in our car.
Oh, we have a lot of pee in our car too. I don't feel like I have funny stories. I feel like my stories are traumatic.
100%.
I feel like have PTSD from traveling with my children. I think the most traumatic and illegal things that I've done traveling, now that we're telling on ourselves, are taking my baby out of the car seat while the car was moving. I know. First time moms, you're thinking, oh, how could she? But you know what? She had to nurse, she was screaming, we were driving, we were in traffic. I remember with Jameson, with our first, we were driving from North Carolina, we lived in North Carolina, to Pennsylvania to see my family. Jameson was maybe 3 months old. This kid never stopped crying in the car seat. It was the most traumatic trip to date, and we were in traffic. So when the car stopped, like we would have to do one of these, like, babe, don't stop the car, because you were braking and you just didn't want him to start crying. And I remember saying, I was like, I'm getting in the back. And I just like ripped him. I'm sweating. I ripped him out of the car seat. I'm like, I can't do this thing. I mean, bursted blood vessels and all. He was screaming. So I don't really have funny things to tell you guys about. It's all traumatic. Yep. It is very hard to go on long car rides with kids. Oh, yeah. What are some of your go-to tips? What do you guys? Movies. Oh, yeah.
Movies and snacks.
Yeah.
Done and done.
Tons of snacks.
Movies and snacks.
But dollar store hack that I have here for snacks, my kids think are really fun. This is from the dollar store, and I think it's from the craft section. But I will they have a picture somewhere, but little individual snacks.
That's really cute.
And I hand it back, and you put a little treat in there, like some fruit snacks or a few M&Ms where they get excited about it. Well, they thought this was really cool.
Yeah.
And then another thing that I got at the dollar store as well are these trays. They're really sturdy, plastic, and this is for when you are fast food stopping. Yeah. So I would get the big Chick-fil-A order, whatever we're having, in the front with me, and I put some fries, some ketchup, some chicken, hand it back.
Brilliant.
They have a little tray, and it gets messy, it spills in there, ketchup, I would bring it into wherever we are, wash it, put it in the dishwasher, whatever you're saying.
Very smart.
This was new. Wow. I did in 2020 when we drove, and this was a game changer to the point where I keep them in my car.
Yeah.
And I would throw pretzels in here and hand it back to Monty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you guys, dollar store actually is where it's at.
Seriously.
So those are my hacks.
Something I do that's not quite as fancy, but I find that it's easy to have. So I have 5 kids. I give them all their own Ziploc bag. I fill a gallon Ziploc bag with snacks, like prepackaged snacks. Yeah. And they each have one. They each have their own.
No handing
label,
back.
so that I'm not handing back. No one has to ask me. I don't care when you eat your fruit snacks. I don't care if you eat your fruit snacks for breakfast and then eat your Pop-Tart, because it matters. But I find it easier to do that because then I'm not handing back, then no one's asking me.
Yep.
And the older kids can help the younger kids open. So just having a snack bag per kid that they can just go to town on, and I don't have to constantly be handing stuff back.
Wow.